And welcome back, everybody, to a new and exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. Oh, Brittany just subscribed, and we've got a hype train incoming in the chat. So if you... Oh, yeah, we're at level 1 hype train. If you've got bits, if you've got subscriptions to renew, now's the time to do it to unlock additional emotes in our chat right off the bat tonight. So welcome everybody. It's good to see you. My name is Michael. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening, joined by all my wonderful players. We are minus Selena tonight. We hope she's doing well. I think she's in the chat hanging out. So, make sure you go check out Shannon's artwork. You can type in, I believe it's ! There it is. I didn't even have to say it because my moderators are just that awesome. Don't forget to keep updated on our schedule and our calendar by going to our Discord as well, and you can even visit our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on all of our content that we got going on. I did want to do a couple quick announcements before we get started. We will be live with Phandelver and Below this Friday night, June the 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So you want to tune in for the next episode of that game. And this coming Saturday, June 7th, starting at 8 a.m. and going all the way until Kristy decides she wants to stop streaming, we are going to be doing our fundraiser for the longest day to fight against Alzheimer's disease. So make sure you guys tune into that. We are already at 49% of our goal of $1,600. So we would really like to meet our goal and maybe even exceed it during that day of streaming. Lots of great games planned. Daggerheart. We've got a crazy Dungeons and Dragons game planned. We've got Alien RPG, or Dan's just gonna kill everyone, because that's what happens in Alien RPG. Not very many people make it out, so it's gonna be exciting. Victoria's got something up her sleeve. She won't tell me what it is. It must be a surprise. So we're just gonna find out when that time comes. And then Kristy is going to be doing a lot of Let's Play in the evening. She's over on the West Coast, so she can stay up really late. I will be probably asleep by then, but she will be closing it out for us during that event. So make sure you tune in, donate if you can, help us out. Was that good on announcements, guys, or we need any more?
I think that was everything.
All right, perfect. We're going to go ahead and jump right into our episode tonight. I will take our Twitch friends back to the map so they can see where you guys are. You guys just did something the Wisps told you not to do, which was disturb things in the library. And when you did, things came to life and tried to kill you.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of magical items there. Like, what were we supposed to do?
That's right. And I believe you guys did take a short... Well, you guys were able to take a 10-minute short rest.
Yes.
In this location, and we picked it up right after that, I believe. So what would you guys like to do now?
Well, given we've stolen from the library their doors, why don't we just make Hazel angrier at us?
Yeah, you guys have two
go down the
doors
path that doesn't have a door.
and two pathways.
Hazel's just like twitching a little because all she sees is the doors. And she just looks at her friends.
Thank you, Iris, for being here. Appreciate it.
Quick question, because I know at some point either one of us would think to or Selena would say it. Where is Selena's little magical rod finding piece pointing us to?
It is pointing almost directly north, just a little bit towards northwest from your current location.
Okay.
Should we try the left path then?
Well, if it's pointing that direction, it seems to be the wise way to move.
And I'm a little curious about what's behind these closed doors, but every door in this place is bad, so.
Yes, and Organ's gonna start just ignoring the door, look back and forth. Yes, but I'd rather like Hazel not to be any more upset with us.
As long as there's not another door over here.
Sorry, I just thought of something. My brain is still at the office, I think. I think I left it there by mistake. Can I do that? Would the abbreviated short rest we got, because it counts as a short rest, enable me to do Inspiring Leader and give everybody those hit points?
As long as it recharges on a short or long rest, sure.
It says short or long rest, so
There you go.
equal to character level plus my modifier. So
What,
16 plus 5, 21.
Okay. Cool. What kind of stuff are you feeding your companions to inspire them in this moment?
With every new world, Hazel's slowly going a little bit more crazy. And so she's been starting to, like, mutter, like, sing-songy rhymes under her breath. And this is basically a creepy Dr. Seuss poem about how doors are dangerous.
Oh. Very cool.
And that's what she's muttering.
And you guys get you said 21 temporary hit points? All right.
Level plus modifier for it, so yeah, 21.
So I'll go ahead and give those to Selena's character sheet as well. 21 temporary hit points. Very nice. Orcon and Forrest have walked around the corner after this inspiring speech. And Forrest, what you see is kind of like, you see 10 feet of hallway and then just a black shroud, like darkness. Orcon, you see something different. You can see that there is a larger chamber here. And there seems to be a dusty desk and an empty bookcase lined up along the eastern wall of this room. Forrest, you also are hearing some very eerie sounds coming from this darkness. Imagine going into a haunted house and hearing all the sounds and stuff like that. That's coming out of this darkness. Orcon, you don't seem to hear it.
Oh, lovely. Creepy hall of darkness that for some reason I can't see in, and weird voices.
Oh, don't be such a worrywart. I'm going to go look over at the bookshelf. And Orcan's just going to walk in.
Bookshelf you mean?
Look, you're gonna look, not touch. Just look, right?
Hazel turns to Eeyore and just goes, I like you. And then we'll move up a little bit.
Well, you clearly see something I don't, so give me a second here. And I'm going to put the little gem of seeing up to my eye and activate it.
Oh, okay. And does that give you true sight?
For 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Yeah, the eerie sounds in the darkness seem to dissipate away, and you see the same thing that Orcon sees, a dusty desk and some bookshelves.
Oh yeah, there's just nothing in here.
Well, there might be something in the desk.
I mean, I could rifle through it.
So I can look at some of these books for Selena.
Yeah. You're gonna try to pick up some of the books?
Yep.
Yeah, the minute you touch them, they are so old, they kind of fall apart. And some of the paper just starts just dissipating into dust on the shelves.
Don't think we're going to find anything in here.
I don't think mending's going to help that one.
If I pull a drawer out, does it just kind of like fall apart?
Oh yeah. It kind of everything like breaks the minute you guys like touch it. You can tell that you were the like first people to disturb it in like forever. So it just kind of breaks apart, and there's nothing in here looks any sort of valuable at all.
Certainly nothing in here. Let's press forward.
Should we go back for the others?
Yes. To me, we'll take them one at a time, since I don't think they'll be able to.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna go into my bag, take my rope, hand him one end of the rope. I'll go to the other end. You hold one end of the rope, I'll hold the other, and just have them follow along it.
Works for me.
What does Hazel see when she starts moving forward, other than forest?
You see darkness, and you hear these terrible, eerie sounds coming from the darkness. Very unsettling.
Hazel looks at Forest. Why? Why are we down here again? I don't like this. How
Yes, it's weird. Quite creepy. I heard them too, but they went away when I used this gem. So I'm pretty sure they're part of the illusion. They'll be alright.
Okay, if I'm not, protect my hobbit. I will tap along Forest until I get to the rope.
Okay.
And then I will shuffle along.
Okay, the minute you walk into the darkness, Hazel, I need you to do me a favor. You're overwhelmed by this cacophony of voices and wails. It seems to kind of get louder and louder, pressing in on your ears and mind. I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okie 28.
Oh, you are fine, but let me see something really quick. Okay.
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 No, I don't like the way you're saying that.
I would like to mention.
I will say this. I need you to only move your character's movement speed into that room.
Okay.
And then stop. And then
What-
we'll let
okay, so
Selena
5, 10.
and Kior make an attempt.
I always forget how far I can move as her. Oh, wait, hold on. Do.
I do want to toss out. I'd also like to cast light on the rope.
Okay.
Just so
Light on the rope.
I'm hoping that where it's in their hands, I'm hoping it gives them something like, so it's not so completely.
Does casting the light spell pierce through magical darkness?
Oh no.
It
No, I'm
doesn't.
pretty sure you need daylight for that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see
more
it.
just hoping that I know it won't illuminate the room. I'm just hoping the rope is lit up for them.
Yeah, I mean, the rope is lit up, but it's like when it disappears into that darkness, no one can see it.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
just hoping they can see it when they're got their hands on it.
Okay. So Hazel moves in. Selena and Kior, what would they do here at this time? Same thing?
Absolutely.
All right, Kior, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw as you disappear into the darkness as well. "21 is a success. You were able to withstand this, these terrible, terrible, frightful sounds, and you can move your character's speed into the room.
Okay. I know where this is going. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. Selena would move up and
Can do the same thing.
take the rope, yeah.
And go ahead and if you can roll a saving throw for... Are you able to roll saving throws for Selena? Wisdom save. Look at that. Natural 2021. She succeeds as well. The bad part about this is you're going to have to make one more of those saves, Hazel. It says you start... Technically, we're supposed to like roll initiative for this, but I didn't want to take the time to do that, so I'm just kind of like letting you guys take out your turns. Oh, look at that. Another 28. Yeah, you reach the other end and see that Orkhan is already out on the other side, awaiting your arrival.
She'll get there and just go, "This place is creepy," and move past him to let everyone else.
Once everyone's in, I would kind of like be following directly behind them.
Okay. You got it. Kior, looks like you're going to need to repeat the process as well to make it through to the other side. So go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for us as these voices keep on echoing and ringing out, like pelting at your mind. $17. Would you like to spend some resources? Because that's not going to be enough.
The question is,
yes,
would
I'd
he,
like that.
if I'm following him, would he still be in my aura?
He is technically out of your aura by just like an inch.
Proficiency bonus.
You got it. Proficiency bonus will make it a success. So you're able to withstand because of our awesome Twitch chat. And Kior, you make it to the other side where you see Orkhan is waiting for you on the other side as well. So you can move on through the room.
See, not that bad at all. Just a study.
Unfortunately, Selena can't get all the way out with, I think she only, does she have 40 feet of movement?
Did you move her 30 feet when you moved her in?
She couldn't because she kind of like ran in. If you guys were all holding the rope and you guys were all following, she would have just bumped into the person in front of her.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's one turn, but she can take the dash action, right?
Yeah.
She could technically, yeah. She could technically.
That's what we're saying she's gonna do.
Or you can pick her up and carry her and make a dash action.
She will do dash to get out of here, but I'm assuming you're sitting here telling me to make another wisdom save.
She'll still need to make another wisdom save, that's true.
That would be half movement if he's carrying her.
Would you like to spend some resources on that? Because 14 will not do it.
Does 19 do it?
It'd be 19 with Forrest.
With Forrest is 19. 19 does save, so she makes it through the other side as well. Everyone
just books it and like slides into Orkhan.
Through the creepy haunted house sounding room.
Around.
Yeah, you guys see there's a long hallway here. With kind of like a way that turns to the north and then a way that goes to the east from your location.
Well, I assume it's to the north.
Selena, is it still pointing north?
She kind of looks, yeah.
North it is.
Right, well, up here it is, I suppose.
Yeah, and as Forrest, as you're walking up towards the north, you see that this corridor ends at massive double doors with a carved relief depicting a river of screaming souls flowing through a ravaged landscape. Instead of handles, the door bears a trio of concentric rune-carved platinum circles that can be rotated. At the circle's center is an engraving of a leering skull.
That match what we found in that one journal in the library.
Yeah, Selena kind of like pulls out. I think you guys gave it to Selena, right?
Well,
She
most
like
likely it's a book.
pulls it out, like flips to the page, and it looks like a very rough sketch of what's inside there. And you can see those runic symbols that are on there appear to be indicating that the symbols are in the draconic language. and it shows you the symbols that each one is set to within that journal that you guys got.
I'm gonna put this out over the table because I can't remember if Orcon knows this or not. Didn't one of the wisps tell somebody, dragon die or die in dragon, something like that?
No, I think that's what the book said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's which one of your characters does anybody like understand Draconic? I didn't think any of you guys did.
No.
I don't even think Selena does. Let me check.
Nope, no Draconic.
No Draconic. So yeah.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Well, Kior, you got Draconic? Yeah. Yeah, Kior would be able to see that these are definitely Draconic letters on these circle, kind of like, I guess, what would you call them? I don't know. Kind of like spinning knobs or something on there. But Kior, you can also notice that, yeah, that's exactly what the key is telling you in the book to spell out is the word die, D-I-E, in Draconic.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain just broke. Is it actively spelling die on the door right now? No.
Nope.
Do we see pieces of stone or anything anywhere in here to like replace, or
Is it like a
rings,
cryptex that you can just like spin it like a rotary phone?
It appears to be.
Kior? None of us speak this. Hazel moves out of the room.
Because you guys have the journal, you can see the symbols. So like if you just match the symbols, you could do it that way. So you don't necessarily have to understand it, know what it says. You could just, hey, this symbol here matches this one, I'll just make it rotate to there.
Hazel's good letting someone else run through.
Fine, just tell me what symbols they are and I'll spin them.
Yep. And I explained it to him.
All right, Kior, using the kind of giving you guys instructions. Or Connor, you said you were the one spinning them to the appropriate symbols. Orcon sets them to those symbols, and you guys hear a sound, like a click sound from inside the door. And you feel as if you got this door unlocked.
Only one more thing to do.
Investigate?
I suppose that's also an option.
Yeah, if anybody would like to investigate the door for anything.
23.
23? So, Forrest, interesting enough, this door is trapped, but you feel as if, because you guys put in the right combination, it's not going to go off. You feel like if you would have messed the combination up or didn't know the right appropriate way to put this to open, it would have done something terrible out here. Like it looks as almost like there's like these strange little like holes in the back of this skull's face, in the back of its mouth, that was almost like spew something out of it if you didn't put in the right combination.
Whoa. As far as I can tell, we got it right.
Hazel, do we just go in?
Alright, I'm putting the door.
Okay.
All right. Forrest opens the double doors. They creak open. And inside, you see 6 stone pedestals stand near the walls. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that is right. 6 stone pedestals stand near the walls of this expansive room. From left to right, they bear a blue scarf, a golden ring, a glittering scimitar, an ebony wand wrapped with feathers and bone, a set of engraved copper sheets, and a crystal ball made of rose quartz. At the room's center looms a black throne, upon which sits a skeleton dressed in luxurious robes and headdress. A platinum door stands behind the throne.
What did you say was behind the throne? I was still writing out the things.
A platinum door stands behind the throne. Mm-hmm.
Are we thinking that's the homeowner?
Is he responding to us opening the door at all?
Doesn't move. Just sitting there.
Doing anything yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the Lich.
Best not to wake it.
Hazel looks in, kind of over Forrest's shoulder and can see the things on the pedestals.
Mm-hmm.
And would be like, well, there's the sash, and that's the orb we don't have. We have the other things. So I guess this is a game of which is the real one.
Or do we need all 6? Are they 6 individual keys that open the big door in the back?
We have, but all 6 are.
Not if we have some of them.
Yeah.
They may just be fancy placeholders.
I'm a little more concerned with the Lich sitting on the throne right now. Throwing that out there.
But,
Yeah.
do you want me to step in unseen and see what I can find?
You can certainly try.
I could go invisible and try too, or I can make you invisible.
Well, I can make myself invisible as well.
Okay.
My point kind of is that Liches are incredibly powerful spellcasters. I don't know if being invisible is going to be good enough.
But
Do we want to go find the other things? What would you like to do?
do we deal with the thing in front of us, or do we go back and deal with some more creepy tomb?
The rod piece is still back there somewhere, as far as we know.
Yeah, is the rod piece pointing where's the rod piece pointing at right now? Selena would check.
Straight north.
Right at that platinum door?
From her location, straight north. Bless you.
Thank you.
From her location,
probably
so slightly.
Yeah. It's got to be sitting somewhere right back here on the other side of that bloody giant platinum door.
Quite likely.
You know what the street value of that door is?
Ooh, we should try to take that door.
Did you know?
That door's
That's
gonna
a
be
very valid point.
Well, hold on. You can see Hazel's very torn with the idea. Not about the money, but about how excited her friends are about taking a door. She's just excited about beating a door to the point where we could take it.
After this is over, I just a cut scene. I watch all of you dragging this massive platinum door back to the archaeologist camp. Look what we found, Lisa.
Stuff belongs to the Lich, but we got a door.
The Lich is on his way. We gave him your address, so
we're renovating our home.
And I mean, not for nothing, but that is a Lich, and I am a paladin, so...
Yeah. Again, do we want to deal with it now, or go deal with the other things and then deal with it?
Are some of the things on the list or what we see out here kind of reminiscent of what we found so far?
Yeah, 4 out of the 6 things are...
Okay.
For those of you that are able to see, at least generally from across the room, 4 of those items look exactly like 4 items that you guys have already found.
And the other 2 match the description?
The other two match the description. Yes.
I'm all for going to get the regular other stuff and then come back, maybe. But I'm just one.
Sorry. Every room has tried to kill us so far.
Yes.
If we go back, we're going to be in worse condition to fight the Lich.
But we have you, and as you said, he is a Lich, so your speciality. I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's not quite what I meant. More that, like...
No, that's what you meant.
Kind of part of my oath to do things about this.
Hazel's just patting Forrest on the shoulder.
I mean, what if we find more healing potions or something that'll help us get through this? I mean,
I will say we have not found a single healing potion down here. We've been through a lot of rooms.
Keo Hazel, I feel we have to deal with this thing now, or else a big metal meat man is going to run off and do it on his own.
Not quite.
And leave us when we really need him.
Wait, 1 second. Hold on. I'm trying to remember something. Okay, no. Okay.
If there's supposed to be a token there, we can't see it, by the way.
No token.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't know how many are going to be there.
I'm more concerned about the number, yeah. Hazel just looks at her friends and just goes, Forrest has a point. I also worry that how much can you kill a Lich before leaving it and coming back? Like, can he come back after we take it out again? Is that a thing they can do? They're like undead.
Unless we find his phylactery, he will come back eventually, but it's not that.
Are you sure?
Depends on how far away his phylactery is.
We may find it.
That's what I'm worried about, is that we're gonna kill this thing, then go get the other things, and come back and he'll be like, sup guys, and we have to do it again.
I don't know if we need to stick around once we get whatever's behind that door and leave.
I'm going to take out the piece of the rod that I have.
Oh.
Okay.
Are there any, like, insets or anything that could be construed as a cavity on my piece of the rod?
Probably not.
Okay. So thunk it on his head a little bit. My piece isn't hollow, but if there's a cavity or an opening on the piece behind that door, isn't a phylactery just a box?
It'd be whatever he wanted it to be, really.
Or a jar.
So it could be
The door?
the piece of the rod, the door.
The platinum door.
I don't believe they can turn artifacts into a phylactery, but it could technically be the door.
That is a sexy door.
That's brilliant.
If we cut it up to sell it, would that count as destroying it? Or would it have to be atomized?
No, we could shrink it and put it in a bag of holding.
Yes, but then when we open the bag of holding, the Lich pops out.
Well, he has a bag of holding on and we're all screwed.
Yes.
That as well.
Yes. Just starts dancing the Thriller dance down the street.
So that you said all that stuff on the door that we just walked in was draconic, correct?
Yeah, it was in Draconic. Mm-hmm.
So I say in draconic, are you the guardian?
No response.
I don't know Lich, so that's as close as I get.
I mean, I guess.
Well,
Orkan's gonna, as Forth leans in, Orkan's gonna step around and step in with him and just go, in Primordial.
Ooh.
Hello, we're the ones who are here to rob you. Are you alive to stop us?
No response.
Look back over at Hazel. 'Cause I think, Hazel, you can speak Primordial, right? Or is it just Sylvan we share?
I don't know. Just Sylvan that we share.
Oh, we're good. We're good to look back at Hazel. Well, he didn't respond to me saying we were here to rob him, so I would assume he's dead.
Did you say that part in Primordial as well?
Nope, that I say in common. Guess while Matt doesn't remember what language we share, I'd like to think Orcon would.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it could technically just also be a skeleton. It hasn't moved or anything.
It could.
Uh,
Get a little bit closer.
Oh gosh.
It has a crown on its head, right?
Yeah, it's what did it say? Skeleton dressed in, yeah, it has like this kind of upright, very elaborate headdress that it's wearing, and luxurious looking robes.
Do they look kind of like?
The cover of the 2014 Monster Manual, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, or that was
Kinda
a
looks
Tomb
like
of
that.
Annihilation. Okay.
Yeah. It's Tomb of Annihilation cover. Yeah, it looks like that.
Oh.
Gonna look at horse. I can find out for sure, but from here, I can just have my mage hand try to take its hat.
I'm going to ready my shield and sword.
I do have the ability to sense undead, so just let me do that first.
And move up to the door.
Selena moves
Okay.
up and has her sword in hand, but hasn't said flame on. She's about to say flame on if that thing wakes up.
Okay.
Alright, I will use a channel divinity to activate my divine sense, which lets me sense any undeads, fiends, and celestials within 60 feet.
Undead, fiends, celestials within 60 feet.
Oh, yeah.
There is a very, very, very powerful undead being sitting 20 feet in front of you.
No.
Well, it's definitely him.
Out of pure, this is out of character. Does Kior light up for Forrest since he's celestial descendant?
Oh, you are actually true. That was true. Kior, you are, yeah. You would probably illuminate a little bit too, right? With your celestial.
I think Asimar still count as
Well, they would still count as humanoids, yeah. So he probably wouldn't, even though they do have that like sprinkle of that.
I wondered how sensitive the radar was. That's all.
kind of like
I
it's
got
like the
time to illuminate
celestial
right
version
now.
of
Well,
Tieflings.
and as you do this, Forrest, you start to get this like chill down your spine. It's almost as if like that undead being is absolutely sitting perfectly motionless and still and just watching you.
Okay. Sorry, I have to get this out of my head. It's like the guys who they make it look like they're a dummy on Halloween, and they put the candy basket at their feet, and they wait for you to do something, and then they scare you. He's like one of those.
That's a perfect way of describing that. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm ready to kill him. So much unprocessed trauma from that. Thank you. Who shut the door?
I can tell you're there.
No response. Just sits there, staring straight
Do you
ahead.
tell the rest of us?
The first thing I said was I'm pretty sure it's him.
Oh. Then upon hearing that, Orcon immediately separates from the group a little bit along the wall.
Okay.
Not a bad call, honestly.
Wait.
I think we need is, oh yeah, you've been sitting there. See that little speck at your foot? No reaction even as Orcon hears that and runs across the room.
Doesn't move. Doesn't budge. Doesn't say a thing. Just sitting there.
What's on this?
That one is the
that the
last
orb?
one would be the crystal ball made of rose quartz.
Have we found that yet or no?
Don't believe so. Might have to double check.
We
the
don't have
notes.
the sash, and we don't have the orb. We have everything else.
Okay.
So
So the
Divine
sash,
Sense
I'm
does-
assuming, is over here.
Yeah, I think this one right here is the. How do I make it do the peeping?
When
Back.
you're on the arrow,
Yep.
you just long press your left click.
So
Divine
Divine
Sense
Sense
was-
does let me know the exact location of the undead. It is the same thing sitting in the chair, right?
Oh, it's sitting
I'm
in
not-
this chair. Mm-hmm. Yep. Indeed.
For the record, Selena and Hazel are like tucked, like like a little bit of wall on either side of this door. They're a little bit tucked for now as the guys move in the room.
And,
Your
and
Rainbow
Forrest, with
Six
your sense too, like you sense the power that Strahd had. This far exceeds that.
Ooh.
You take one step closer and be like, "Is there something you're waiting for?"
You know, you're quite stupid. You keep on coming in here, and I gotta keep killing all of you. I need everyone to click on their tokens.
Yes.
As now, he leans forward and begins talking. Straight to Forrest.
Oh wait, we have
your
advantage.
step
forget.
forward. Your step forward triggered.
30 feet around you, you get it. The 30 feet around me, you get advantage.
I'm within 30 feet.
Nice.
Oh, that's worse. I'll stick with
Right.
121, thank you.
My advantage got me a 4.
Oh, no likey.
Let's see if I've got some good music for this.
Something by Rob Zombie.
Yes, that's right. Let's go with this. We'll just do that one again. I think that one's... No, that one's not combat related. I must have moved that music. Yeah, I did. There we go. Let's do that one. That track.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
That's a good tune. Did we roll initiative for Selena? Yeah,
Yes.
Selena's
You're
on
the
there.
tracker.
Perfect. Yep. Oh boy.
Well,
So, good thing you guys rolled very well initiative-wise. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put, since Forrest and Selena tied, I'm going to put Forrest ahead of Selena because Forrest is a little bit closer to the action and probably would have anticipated a little bit better. So Forrest, you actually get, as this creature starts talking to you, you get the jump.
He just said he was going to kill us, so gonna have to do something about that. Let's see.
Forrest rushes up to the throne where the lich sits in the chair.
I'll cast Spirit Shroud as my bonus action. And I will make my 2 attacks. And use my last Channel Divinity to give myself advantage on all attacks for the next minute.
Okay.
$31 to hit.
31 hits. Yes.
I'll make sure I roll the right one.
Yeah.
'Cause I assume the Lich counts as undead.
Undead.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Absolutely.
That would be 28 from the sword.
28. Necrotic damage. Is that necrotic?
No, it's radiant damage.
Radiant. Got it.
And then 17 more from Spirit Shroud.
17 more from Spirit Shroud.
And 1 more from Life Drinker.
1
Got
from
him.
Life Drinker. Got him. That's right.
Ooh, that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah,
actually
that's going to be a crit.
Nice.
So this might be a lot. Hold on.
Preferably better than less.
A lot would be helpful in this round 1.
So that is 51 from just the sword.
Whoa, 51 damage. Look at that.
He might have a point about being a paladin. He might have a point.
And to be fair, that's more the sword's effect than me. 17 more from Spirit Shroud.
17 more from Spirit Shroud.
And then...
Does Life Drink
I'll
only
use-
triggers once, right? Life Drink only
What?
does once
Yeah,
per turn,
yeah,
right? Okay. Got it.
And then, that was my action and bonus action, so that's me.
All right, you got it. Selena, I guess, would probably use bonus action to flame on,
Flame on.
and then you can run her into the room if you'd like.
And she'll get, like, next to Forrest, but, like, not trying to block anyone's visual on this thing.
Sure.
And then... off
Actually,
we
you
go.
know what? Hold on a second. I gotta play this smart.
I imagine that's legendary actions.
It does have legendary actions, and I would be stupid not to take some.
Question,
So-
should I move Selena back before you do this?
Yes. Move Selena back because something might happen that
Okay,
she
she's
won't
back.
really like. The creature here is going to go ahead and use something called Deathly Teleport. Teleport 60 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. It teleports right next to Orcon. And just appears right next to him. As it leaves, anybody within 10 feet of a space automatically takes 2d10 necrotic damage.
Oh.
So 2d10 necrotic damage, and you don't even get to make a save. It just happens. 18 necrotic damage to Forest as it teleports out, and this wave of necrotic energy just bursts from where it used to be.
The good news is I am resistant to necrotic.
Nice.
And it just looks towards Orcon right in his face and says, "Hello there."
Good afternoon. How are you?
And then Selena's turn.
Okay.
Stabby
Selena would have seen this Forrest dig into this thing and then it disappear, but then looked like something weird happened. So 5, 10. And she is going to strike with her sword if my technology cooperates. I need to move this over here so I can see what's happening. 21 to hit.
21 to hit. As Selena goes to hit, you see the Lich puts his hand out and casts a spell, and the sword deflects off of a magical shield that he just put up in front of himself. He had cast a reaction spell, Shield. His armor class is a little higher now.
She would swing again. That's what our girl does. Not with advantage because it didn't hit him.
It
Right,
didn't
'cause of the
hit
shield.
yet. Mhm.
How does 25 do?
25 is exactly what she needed to hit him with the shield. So this time she makes it through the magical shield and impacts. So 8 piercing and fire.
Does it look like he takes all of that?
Looks like it took all of it.
Alright. And then last attack with advantage. A 29.
29 hits.
So 10 piercing, 5 fire.
15 points of damage. Carving through the Lich.
And
She already used her bonus action to ignite the sword.
Yep. Okay.
All right. The end of end of Selena's turn, will use a second legendary action, and is going to disrupt life. So all of a sudden, this strange wave of energy seems to emerge out from the Lich. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's only going to affect Orcon and Selena, but I need a Constitution saving throw from Selena and Orcon. Those are both going to be failures, unless you would like to spend some resources to try again or add to your rolls.
I'm gonna let it go. We gotta find out what it does eventually.
Okay, okay.
Because this is not my character, I'm not gonna let it go.
Agreed.
I don't even know what we have.
We got everything.
Oh, yeah.
Given she rolled decently, I'd probably use just a high D, like maybe a D10 or a D12.
Probo might honestly even be enough.
It might be, but it
Yeah.
might not be too.
You guys are a
Oh,
plus
wait,
5,
she has,
right, on your probo?
Well, before you use
Is it-
resources,
yeah.
fighters have Indomitable.
Ooh, they
So
do.
you
I
can
think they get to
re-roll and add-
re-roll. They can re-roll one of their saving throws, I think.
Reroll and add your fighter level.
Oh.
Okay.
So whatever the roll is, plus a 16?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, hold on. Trying to decide if I want to do that now or not. I'm worried that there might be something worse coming for her later.
She should have 2 uses, I think.
I can't. I'm scrolling through her sheet and I wasn't. I was not home to read through this weekend.
You're all good.
Under features Indomitable. Okay, she does have it twice, so we'll use that one now.
Okay. Yeah, so you re-roll the Constitution save, and you can add 16 to the total.
Okay.
Oh my! Didn't even
Don't
need
think she
to.
even needs to start.
Yeah, she does make the
Worth
save.
it. She's fine.
Unfortunately, she will still take half damage. So, but this damage is, oh boy, let's see. Okay, I wonder if I have this on his sheet. Yes, I do. 27 necrotic damage to whoever failed, half as much to whoever succeeded. As your life force just begins to drain from you, you start to kind of like feel your flesh kind of drying a little bit. You feel like the water leaving your body as it's kind of completely consumed by this strange energy out from the Lich. And that will end that action, bringing us to Orcon's turn.
Michael, are you going to edit Selena's hit points?
I will, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I did not like that. Let's see here. I'm gonna try it. Why not? Or is just gonna look up and go, that was not very nice. And is going to cast a spell. And I need a wisdom save from this creature.
Oh, wisdom save, okay. Let me double check really quick. Wisdom save coming right up. Is it 28?
Okay, that'll succeed. Mark that up. Crikey's,
It kind of whispers towards you. This isn't the place for low-level magic.
Oh. Okay. I need a strength saving throw.
Strength save. You got it.
Yeah. Gotta try to telepathically shove this.
It's only a 12.
Fails. I shove him back into the table
You
behind
shove
me.
him, okay, you shove him back, slams again. This that orb of rose quartz like rolls and falls off and like hits the stone floor and starts to roll a little bit off to the side.
Okay, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Run away! Close the door!
He closes the door.
Well, literally close the door, but yeah, Orca comes right around the corner, looks over at Hazel. He came right after me. Forrest punched him in the face and he tried to kill me. Not let my turn.
You threatened to rob him.
At the end of Orcon's turn, I'm going to use a third legendary action. And he's going to do that deathly teleport again.
Should have closed the door.
You should have. Because he teleports right out between you and Hazel. And he appears in the hallway. Where are you running to? As he appears. And also, Selena will take 2d10 necrotic damage. No save. 11 points of necrotic damage. That goes, she's now lost all of her temporary hit points.
Is Kiora not affected?
It was over there. It's where
was
he
from
started.
the place where it starts, not appears. Yeah. And then at the end of that, it becomes its turn. So, with that being said, the Lich is going to go ahead and use. It's just going to go ahead and multi-attack here. Can make 3 attacks and is going to use a thing called Paralyzing Touch against all 3 people within range. We're going to go against Orcon first, since the Lich seems to be having fun toying with him. So Paralyzing Touch, that is a 15 to hit.
On Orcon?
On Orcon? Does that hit Orcon?
I was seeing if I had anything. Sorry, so I'm gonna try to only get once per long rest, but I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs on him and make him reroll it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Reroll, take the new one. Here we go. 26.
Oh!
Hits either way.
It was probably a lower roll for him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You take 14 points of cold damage, and you are paralyzed until the start of the Lich's next turn.
Alrighty then. I will also give advantage to Kior.
Oh, Kior, you have advantage because of the silvery barbs. Yeah. So I will go ahead and attack Kior so I can prevent him from using that. So here it goes. The Paralyzing Touch to Kior is going to be a 24 to hit. You guys are lucky I don't have advantage on these.
Hey, it's...
You take 14 cold as well, and you are paralyzed until the start of the Lich's next turn. And then the Lich turns one more time and takes its hand and skeletal hand and scrapes it across Hazel. A 21 to hit Hazel. You take 20 cold damage, and you are also paralyzed until the Lich's next turn.
Okay. That's
I'll
fine.
have to look under the paralyzed condition. I don't think... It doesn't say that you can repeat the saving throw, so I think you're just paralyzed.
Well,
Until that
turn.
turn. Until the start of the Lich's next turn. So the next initiative that's on. So, Kior, that means you are just paralyzed for your turn unless there's something that your character specifically can do to fight against this, but I don't know if there is.
He said it was cold damage.
It was cold damage.
And this...
Oh, you guys got redeemed a player reroll from chat.
I feel like we might.
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
They might need that tonight.
I don't. Yeah, the only thing I could do at that point, just as a reaction. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me make sure it's right because I want to be absolutely sure I can do this. So I have something called Spectral Defense. When you take damage from an attack, you can use your reaction to give yourself resistance to all that attack's damage on this turn. But I'm just wondering, since it's spectral, if... No, that won't do it. The only other thing I can do is...
It would only half the damage of the cold, but it wouldn't stop you from being paralyzed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, nothing I can do, I guess.
The Lich kind of just looks over at Kior and is like, a familiar look I get from adventurers all the time.
Son of a bitch.
Hazel, you are also paralyzed.
She's just glaring at it. That's it.
That brings us to, well, the Lich has, because this is considered its lair, it has an additional legendary action because of the new rules. They're not just 3 anymore.
Turn since the last time it used one, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Yeah, it would have gotten all of his legendary actions back anyway. It's going to go ahead and use its Deathly Teleport, since it's got 3 people paralyzed right around him. That's easy necrotic damage. So, it teleports back over to Selena. Oh, did you miss me? And all 3 of you are going to take... All 3 of you take 2d10. I'm just going to roll once. 11 points of necrotic damage to each of you as it leaves that space.
Half of that is 6. I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Oh, yeah. Yep,
round down always, actually.
Yeah, you round down, so it's 5.
It'd be 5. Yeah, 5, yep. Yeah. So it appears next to Selena back there. And Forrest, that will bring us back to you.
I'm going to go show him that he has bigger problems than he's currently worried about.
Well, he's doing his best to take care of everyone else there, Forrest.
Yep. I can see that. I've got a problem with it. 28 to hit.
28 does hit.
So that's 30.
30 damage.
Warrior. Plus 16. So a total of 50.
16. A total of 50 as you're carving through with the blade. There's a sense of utter joy. Just filling your body from some other source right now, Forrest, as you're just carving through this undead lich.
Killing witches. 25 hit.
25 hits.
34 plus 10 more, is a total of 44 from that, and deciding what level I'm going to do this at.
You can tell the lich is definitely bloodied.
What?
I'm just going to use a first level Divine Smite on this.
Oh, but... More!
I only have 1 5th level spell slot, and it's the only way I can use Revivify if necessary.
Especially since I'm frozen.
Right, he'll need to use that on Hazel, so Hazel can use it on us.
I'll just roll the 2nd level's damage since he's undead, so it'd be the 3d8. So another 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage from the smite coming in. You can see, you kind of like hack through, and you can see the robes ripping apart on this creature. The slash marks revealing parts of old, dry, gray flesh. It's just barely sticking onto bone from this creature standing in front of you.
Well, that was action and bonus action, so...
Do me a favor, Forrest. Make an insight check for me, please.
Okay. 23.
Even though you are completely kind of consumed by the sword, taking great joy in carving this creature, you get the sense that that undead creature in front of you, for some reason, actually feels a little bit bad about trying to kill you.
Weird.
It's very weird.
Really?
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Does
Insight
Forrest
check.
say anything about that to anyone?
I'm a little focused at the moment.
Okay, great.
Forrest, does that end your turn?
Yes.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use the Deathly Teleport feature again to get out of there. And as it moves, it actually goes all the way to the back corner of the room back here, kind of nestled behind these little pedestals. And Selena and Forrest both take 12 points of necrotic damage.
I
So
will
go
ask,
ahead.
does it feel bad about killing me specifically? Because there's supposed to be a certain downside to the sword about undead.
You didn't feel like it was generally to you specifically.
Just adventures in general.
All right, and that ends Forrest's turn. Bring us to Selena's turn.
Selena is not happy that it ran away, and neither is Brittany, because I have to find things now.
We'll put in, she's there.
So she would pull out, just because it moved, she would pull out her crossbow and just wait, hold on. I've never played a fighter, so I don't know what the heck's going on anymore. Yeah, you know what? That's what she's gonna do. She can't get to it, so she's gonna at least try to hurt it on this round. Oh,
That's the damage roll.
I tried rolling the attack, and it didn't. There it goes.
18 will miss. Would you like to spend resources on that?
No.
Okay.
And
No, that didn't roll correctly. It didn't add her proficiency or dex modifier to it.
yeah, it's something with
just
the
added
sheet.
like a
I
plus
don't.
one.
Yeah.
I can roll it.
Do
What,
it
is
later.
this crossbow shot?
Yeah.
Something's not right with this sheet.
Yeah. That's why I'm like not worried about it.
Well, her proficiency bonus is 5. So even if we assume she only has a +1 to dex, that would make it an additional 5. That would make it a 23.
But she's a dex-based fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even would a 23 hit, even if she's not?
Not if he cash. I'm pretty sure.
I
Oh,
don't
good
see
point.
any. I don't see any crossbow even in her equipment.
It's in her inventory. It's just not marked. I think she was marking it like when she had it in her hand as like
Oh, it's not equipped.
it's not equipped, but she was
Yeah,
like
it's
just
not-
her
it's
to
not-
remember
I
what's
can't-
in
it's
her
not even
hand.
here. Like I'm on equipment
Oh.
under her character sheet, and there's no crossbow in her character sheet.
Look under the inventory, not equipment. Might be
Under
in her
all.
backpack.
Yeah, it's in her bag.
Oh, okay. There's a backpack.
Yeah. Or it's in her bag of holding. All the way at the bottom.
Bag of holding. My goodness, you guys got so much crap.
I think she was marking it and she had it out so that she knew she had the crossbow
Yeah, I
out.
wonder who
I
gave it
see
to
it.
her.
There's a hand crossbow. There it is. So I
Yeah.
equipped it. Let's see if it shows up on the actions now.
You might need to
Yeah,
refresh
there it
the
is.
page for that.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, it's there. It's a +1. So I'll roll it here and
Yeah.
see what it does. That's a 20, so that will in fact hit, but he will use his reaction to cast shield again on himself, making it a miss.
Such a baby. Jesus.
Are we paralyzed or
We're still paralyzed, right?
okay?
Yeah,
paralyzed.
it hasn't become his turn yet, so you're still paralyzed.
I'm just looking up the condition.
And then for hand crossbow, is it a turn to reload it and then?
I think she has
Or an
something that lets
She's
her.
crossbow expert. I'm pretty
She
sure.
does
she
have
does.
crossbow
You're right,
expert, yeah. So she can just keep firing. Mhm.
Okay.
So she can fire 3 times. So I'll go ahead and. Do you want me to just let her unleash
Yeah.
2 more? Okay.
Yeah. And then
She
I'll
got to
refresh.
roll really good to hit because of the shield. That one is a 24, deflects off the shield. She has to do 1 better, and that's only a 20. So all the crossbow bolts just deflect off of the magical shield.
Well, then
Thanks,
Selena
Jorgen.
would. Just because, like, ganging up on this thing is helpful when it's not also freezing multiple people at once. So Selena's gonna get some distance from Forest.
Maybe just like 10 feet or so.
Yeah, I just don't want her too close to Orcon. You know, like. Yeah, we'll tuck Selena in the corner, away.
Okay. Selena goes in the
just
corner.
Just so, yeah. Trying.
Okay. Let's see. 20 feet. All right, it'll go to Orcon's turn. Orcon
Okay,
is paralyzed.
I'm gonna try to sell something here. Me and this creature have initiative on the same count. Does this count as the start of his turn?
No, because I had put you ahead of him. I broke the tie at the beginning. Nice try.
Worth a shot.
I was gonna. That's super smart.
Definitely
Orcon
worth a shot.
stands and drools some more.
Objection! Overruled. So I don't really think automatic critical hits. I don't think anything. I think you can do anything.
Nope, it's just the end of my turn. I'm alive again.
Yeah. Good news is, at the start of Rarek's turn, you guys are technically not paralyzed anymore, as you guys shake it from you. The Lich moves a slightest bit back, a little bit farther, kind of back here in the corner, then reaches out a hand towards Kior, and you can see this magical electrical energy kind of zip down his arm and then fly out the palm of his hand towards Kior.
And I'm going to try to counterspell him.
Oh, okay. So we're going to make a Constitution saving throw. $17
Will fail.
will fail.
Oh!
He will use a legendary resistance to succeed instead.
Okay.
Like he's burning them though.
Yeah.
This is an I want to kill Kior moment.
So he casts Chain Lightning. That means it's going to hit multiple people, not just Kior.
Oh,
So,
no. That's like everybody.
I'm sorry, can it get through a closed door?
Yeah. The door.
Hey, that door was open. That door was open. What are you doing?
Gotta go.
So it goes to the target. I need a dexterity saving throw first from you, Kior. Okay. And it can jump to 3 targets. It doesn't say I have to hit the first target for it to jump.
Well, because it saves all around. There's no attack roll.
Yeah, okay, so 30 feet away from Kior, it can go 3 bolts Oh, wrong tool. Oh yeah, Forest. It's going for you.
Shocking.
Hazel and
hold on one-
Orcon as
Quite literally.
well.
Hold on one second before you do all that math. First, so it was I rolled a 16 for my dexterity save.
Okay. That would fail. So if you would like to spend some resources,
Probo on that for 5.
that will turn it into a success. So if you use a probo, you will succeed and take half damage.
Okay, now as my reaction, since I got it back, I'd like to use a spell called Absorb Elements.
Oh, nice. Very good.
It's a low-level spell, but it says I'll put it up here so you can see it.
You get resistance to the damage, right?
Yeah, it gives him resistance, and he like absorbs some of it to roll. You can add like an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, yeah,
On
his
his
next
next
melee
attack.
attack.
Yep. Does it have to be melee? Yeah, it has to be melee attack. You'll do an additional d6 lightning damage because the lightning is coming at you. So this will be your damage roll. We're to take half of this.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and I'll do it this way because it'll roll the damage. Where is it? Chain lightning. There it is. 35 points of lightning damage halved. So you're looking at 17, then half that again.
Half that again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of your spell that you just cast.
17, so 8? No.
8.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
points. You take 8 points of lightning damage as you absorb most of that that damage up. Nice,
Cool.
nice job. So dexterity saves from the rest of you, Hazel, Orcon, and Forest, as lightning begins to spread out from Kior, zapping around to everybody nearby.
Just confirming, not Selena, right?
Not Selena, can only do 3.
Okay.
Hazel saves, just barely.
That's literally... Like, I had to roll a 19 to get that, so...
The other 2 have failed unless you would like to use some resources.
There's no saving me here.
Anyone mind if I try burning a D10?
Go for it, man.
A D10? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Need to-
stick with D10.
D10,
Oh, wait.
you need a real good number.
Yeah. No, I'll go with the D12.
D12, you got it.
I'll need a pretty good number, but slightly better odds.
Yeah. Give a little better odds. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, you got it. That's exactly what you needed. So you're going to
gosh.
take half the damage. So I'm going to do these, since they're each a different arc of lightning, I'm going to roll for damage for each of them. So first one, since Forrest, you failed, you're going to get this first one. This is going to be 46 points of lightning damage.
Definitely stings a bit.
My
next
feelings are
one-
hot.
Hazel, you take half of 48. So 24 points of lightning damage. And half of this number for Orcon. Half of 34.
17, not horrible.
17 lightning damage as lightning arcs from Kior and zaps all of you with this shocking damage. And he's just going to shift back a little bit more and end his turn there.
Conveniently out of smiting range, I see.
Indeed. Far away from the smites. Kior, it's your go.
I used my reaction, so I still have my bonus move and action.
Well, now it's your turn, so you have your reaction back anyway.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I will definitely maybe use it. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him for my bonus action.
Okay. Hunter's Mark. It's marked.
Give me 1 second. I just want to check this since he moved. Ooh. Does that count?
Oh yeah, you can move that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zing.
Oh, Kior decides to get closer to the undead lich.
Certainly a choice.
Somebody needs to where you're not.
I have my ways.
Mr. Paladin, run away.
Oh my
To be fair,
god.
he's running away from me. Is what's
I'm going to
going on.
attack him with the Sunblade.
Go for it, Kior.
There's no advantage. No one left anything on him for the turn, right?
No advantage. Nope.
You have advantage on your next attack roll against him.
No, because it would have technically been to his saving throw that he did.
Will you stop making it easier for Michael to kill us?
Technically, yeah, it
Please.
would have been towards a saving throw because it's the next
Okay.
roll, right? Is it the next roll, or is it specifically
Let me
say
see what
attack
it
roll?
says.
So I believe it's attack, skill check, or saving throw.
Oh, I gotta find
On the
it.
saving throw, I took a probo, no.
Yeah, he didn't use it.
Yeah, it would have triggered then though. He would have used it. It would
Chosen
have used
creature has
it.
advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes. So yeah, it would have been
Okay.
the next roll either way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, here's what.
Not a problem.
Go ahead and make. What was that save you made? Was Dex? Go ahead and make
The
one
Dex.
more. Go ahead and make one more Dex save for me, Kior. Because if you make it, I'll just give you your probo back, so you don't. So you still have those
okay.
resources. Yeah.
Okay, so Dex, save. Come on, let's do this.
Make it a good one.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
It was worth a
You
shot.
tried.
Right.
I'm trying to salvage your resources for you guys.
We have actually used quite a few down here.
You have.
So we're gonna do the Sunblade first attack.
You got it, Kior. The lightsaber coming through. That hits.
Okay. Should I just go ahead and hit the Sunblade little
Yeah, go ahead.
right on the roll?
Yeah, right
Okay.
on roll 20. You click that
That-
button and it will roll your damage for you. Oh, look at that. So 10 radiant damage. 5
I think just
extra
the-
when you hit an
5
undead.
extra.
So that's 15.
Yep.
total.
15. And now the Hunter's Mark.
Yep,
a
Hunter's
1d6.
mark.
Hunter's Mark's 1d6, right? Yep. 1d6.
Yeah, I believe so. An additional 1d6 damage.
4.
4. And you add a d6 lightning damage because of your elements.
That he's probably immune to. Another.
Might just be resistant. The fire worked on him.
2. It takes a little damage, not as much as you'd hope. Takes a little static shock from the.
Your next turn. Okay. Resistance.
And you, I think you still got a second attack with that Sunblade if you'd like to use it.
do. Oh, yes, I do. I almost forgot. See here, got all excited. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, that's cocked. Oh, cocked. I can see it's
You-
like the line is
can-
looking straight.
You guys do have 8 player rerolls. If you'd like to use one,
8-player rerolls.
you still have a ton
yeah.
of.
We got to get back to
resources.
7, right?
I mean, our ratio's
Yeah.
all messed up at the moment anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
you guys, yeah.
I'm gonna use one of those. I'm gonna use the player reroll.
Go for it. Roll better. Come on.
Yeah, no doubt. Come on. Get off. Oh! Yep!
Oh! Turns it into a crit. Oh, man.
Well worth it.
I shouldn't have encouraged it.
Okay. All right. I don't know how this is gonna work, but all right. Let's see. So
You should be
just
able to click right on that Sunblade under the 30, and it should add your crit damage to it.
Ooh. Do it.
Oh,
Holy
there we go.
man.
So 7
I think
plus
we had the 2
8,
boxes on the left.
2,
on the
so,
bottom,
20, so
the 15 and the 10.
25 points of damage from that
Plus-
attack.
Don't you get Hunter's Mark too?
2d6. Roll 2d6 for Hunter's Mark because of the crit.
Come on. Max it out. Do it. Do it. Okay, there's 6 total. What's that?
6 total. There you go. Good. This creature is looking very, very rough.
And that is all I can do.
And immediately the creature teleports with a burst of necrotic energy that goes
Bring it
right
up.
towards Kior. You get 2d10 necrotic. Take 10 points of damage, Kior.
Half that?
Have that because of your, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Teleports out with his friends again.
Hazel, do something.
Okay.
Hazel, it's your turn. It looks right at you and says, why do you keep coming? Year after year after year, I toil with this nonsense. Pains me to put all of you to death. Ugh.
Hazel's just looking at this thing and is like,
Stab it.
Pieces of its flesh are falling off.
Oh,
well,
It's
here's the
like-
thing, like, you know what, fine, I'm just gonna move, because I have to get any kind of chance of hurting this thing. So she's gonna move to get some distance so I can, like,
Right.
spell attack it, because
It is. He
it's
is
right
gonna
on
go.
me.
He is gonna go ahead
That's
and
fine.
use his touch attack
That's fine.
to attack of opportunity. Natural 20, critical hit.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's
That's
fine.
where we need the silvery barbs. Oh.
You take 22 cold damage,
fine.
and you can't move because you're now paralyzed.
So I can't take my action?
You're paralyzed. You're just stunned in place.
Hazel's very angry and was gonna take pity on this thing and is now not. And if you guys could feel Hazel's mind, it is just screaming, "Forget it! Kill it with fire!" She's so mad. Like you can, like her fur, like bulks up like when animals get angry. She's livid right now.
You can't
at
see
least-
it, but you can sense it.
I can feel the heat. She
You can
Yeah,
feel
was
it.
running past me, and now it's just like, I don't
he's
know
so
what I'm
angry.
afraid of right
My
now.
divine sense for a moment.
And the rage takes her beyond.
And since Hazel's paralyzed, the creature uses another one of its legendary actions, which is now used 3, to do a disrupt life. 20 feet out from the creature emerges this terrible necrotic shroud of energy. It does go around corners, so Selena is going to be in it as well. I need Constitution saving throws from everybody. I don't know if paralyzation. What's the effect on paralyzed on saving throws?
Yeah, it only affects strength and dexterity, which you want. to
Got it. Yep.
fail.
So it's a normal Constitution saving throw for you, Hazel. Okay. Orcon.
Anyone mind if I burn a reroll?
No, Orcon.
We're all
I'm
screwed.
I'm
we're
gonna
all
burn
in
a
trouble.
player reroll.
Player reroll for Orcon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I-
Let's settle that one first. So here goes a player reroll for Orcon.
Please. No.
I mean, it's better, but
It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selena needs to do quite a bit better.
Yeah,
well,
hold
one
on.
more indomitable.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, the Indomitable would definitely be, since she has 2 of them. This would probably be a good time to use it.
Yeah.
It'd just be a reroll plus 16.
Yep. Con save right now.
Mm-hmm. Plus 16 will definitely make the save, so she's only going to take half. What about Hazel? What does Hazel want to do?
Hazel's done. She's frozen. She's mad.
Well, you can spend resources from chat.
Me, Brittany, the player, cannot spend any more resources than we spent in this gosh darn pit. I just can't. I'm a hoarder when it comes to games, and you guys are all killing me every time something is used.
You got it.
So Hazel will die with grace at this point.
All right, so it is using its disrupt life, and I'm going to go ahead and just everybody's going to take the same damage on this. So let me here it is. It's a total of 20. I'm rolling bad on those.
Good.
Terrible on those.
Poor you.
22 necrotic damage for those of you who failed. If you succeed, you only take 11. So Selena only takes 11 points of the necrotic damage. Okay. She's now at 142. Got it set there. Cool. And that will bring us to the top of the round. Let's do this. It's 8:40. Let's go ahead and take our break right here.
You're making me take a break before I go kill this thing?
You can't get to it. We're all in the way.
He can shove my body over. It's fine.
He can easily go through you guys. Well, we're going to take a break right here. We'll see how the party does in their next round of combat against this terrifying lich that is, I don't know, gotten some of them down there quite a ways. We'll have to see what happens when we get back. Another nemesis for Hazel.
She's
Seems
gonna
like
eat
with
this thing's innards. I know it's a skeleton. She's gonna chew on the bone. It doesn't matter anymore.
Because we are at the top of the next round. Forest. The lich is outside the door with some of your companions frozen in paralyzation. What do you do?
Probably gonna go hit him with my sword again.
The paladin charges towards the door.
Stop that. One.
Orkon slams the door in his face.
Doesn't seem like the most effective way to. Oh, yeah, we'll make an attack.
Go ahead.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit. He already used his reaction to strike Hazel, so that will hit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty low roll, only 26.
26. The Sword of Kas just guides right down through the head of the skull, splitting the headdress in the top, dividing them into two. You see all of a sudden this strange kind of magical wisps start like zipping around the corpse of this thing, kind of ripping pieces of flesh off of him as he starts to dissolve into dust around you, and this vortex of dust and bone just starts spinning around all the people here in the front as you hear this strange like deflate, like it's kind of like somebody's deflating a tire at rapid pace. You hear that gust of wind kind of blur everything around you guys. And Forrest, you're in a dark room.
Oh no.
There is a beam of light that shines down upon the silhouette of what looks to be a very elegant throne in front of you. There is a silhouetted figure sitting in the throne. Kind of long hair, kind of comes down to about, I don't know, maybe the top of the shoulders. You can't see his face, though, because the light just silhouettes everything. It's just this outline. You could see just the light dancing off the edges of him. And it says to you, "Oh, that felt good, didn't it?"
It did. Not sure how to feel about it, but it did.
You know there's hundreds more of them out there, right?
There's a specific one I'm looking for.
Which is exactly why I'm in your hands. When we're done with that one, I'm gonna go find the rest of these and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan, really.
Good. And then you just snap out of it. And you're standing back there amongst your friends. The skeletal remains of the Lich lie upon the floor in front of you. You guys are out of initiative order.
Why
Am I
did you
still-
cut the head in half? She
Am I still
said she
frozen?
wanted to chew on it.
I don't think
you are
that
not
part was
frozen.
actually in character. She was paralyzed at the moment.
You could see it in her face.
Plenty of bones.
Hazel's already on the ground, chewing on, like, literally. I'm eating pistachios. The head was split like a pistachio. She's eating chewing on one half of the skull. In her, not in her wolf form, in her folk form. She is fully angry and she's chewing on this thing's skull.
Angel's got a little feral, so I'm just gonna, like, try to search the pockets of his robe.
Yeah, does he
She
have
growls.
anything on him?
She growls when Forrest gets close to the body. This is hers.
Don't
to
want
chew on.
any of the bones. It's all right.
There is something in there as you guys are rifling through. There is a platinum key shaped like a skeleton. And there's also a very plain looking iron key that seemed to be on like a simple necklace. And he must have been wearing under his robes. But that's all you find in the pile of what's left of ash and bone and rotted flesh that lies here with the scraps of his robes on the floor.
What about the robes themselves? You said they looked rather nice.
They're just now tattered rags right now after you guys have carved through them so many
Making sure they weren't
times.
also
Yeah.
magical.
So a platinum key for a platinum door.
Yes, but then he has this other key.
Yeah, could unlock something down that hallway we didn't come down.
Looking back, back at the items on the pedestals, are they still there?
Except for the orb of rose quartz, so when he bumped into it, he knocked it off, but it's just laying next to it.
Where?
I was gonna investigate the throne.
Okay. Yeah, you look over the throne. Let me see. You don't even need to really make a roll. It's just basically a simple black throne of stone.
Gio, while you're out there, why don't you grab the sash and the orb?
Oh, and you know what? I wanted to share this art with you guys because this art, like, I think is just like super freaking cool. So I need to see if I can. No, that's not the right one. Where is it? Right here? Yeah. Art handouts. Yeah, like this art. I love this. Check out this art of this guy.
Ooh.
Oh, that is awesome.
Did he have that staff?
He didn't. The art is different than what the description says.
Man, look
It's
at how
just-
cool that headdress would have been if somebody didn't cut it in half. You're gonna put that shit on Forrest.
Yeah.
This is a really cool piece of art that I enjoy. Here.
Question.
I always forget to put that stuff up when I'm playing too, because I'm.
Yeah, I got into the moment and I forgot that there was art for it. I was like, damn, that's cool.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Selena's gonna check where the wand piece is pointing.
Straight north.
Rod piece. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times.
She had to go grab her tea.
What was this?
This is the sash. And then the crystal ball is somewhere like right here next to it.
I don't have a good feeling about these, honestly, because we already found those other 4. I don't think there's 2 of them.
Well,
I don't know if
grab
the
one
one
of
we
them
have
and
is the
see.
real one, but only one can be the real one.
Right, so grab them. We're going to need to find out which is which.
Ooh,
Kind of mad.
maybe that's what they want us to do, is put them all together.
Alright, well, I suppose it's worth a try. I'll try to. Wait. What should I grab?
That side has the. That one would be the blue scarf on the front, the golden ring in the middle. That looks like it has those stars marked on it, and that glimmering scimitar that you guys got off that jade sculpture, or the 3 on that side.
Well, the ring we found wasn't magical at all. So maybe this is the real ring.
Why don't we have someone detect magic on them?
Bring it over here. I'm taking care of Hazel.
I'll try to pick up the ring.
And that being said... Oh, God.
The minute you try to pick up the ring, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Forrest.
Yep. Adam.
All right. You were able to withstand it. There was some kind of curse or something put on this ring when you went to grab it, and you were just able to. Your just divine aura about you was able to flush it away from you. So you do not take any damage, and you are not stunned.
Ooh.
Right, I think these are the fakes.
What makes you say that? You look fine. Nothing happened.
Try
You
again.
reached over and then you stood back and went,
Called it intuition.
Something was about to happen.
then perhaps you should check for traps before grabbing random items.
Mirror.
Go open the door
Mirror.
now.
Orcon is going to take a moment and, using Limited Wish, is going to cast Heal on Hazel.
Ooh.
Oh, so it's 70 hit points.
70 hit points back to Hazel.
Buddy.
Nice. Look at that. 70 hit points restored. Hazel, you're feeling much better now.
Jeez.
Two long rests. That's not as bad as last time.
Yeah, not at all. It worth it to keep Hazel.
Is that what happens? You have to roll, and that's how many long rests it takes for you to get that spell back?
Yep. I can use it to replicate any spell of 6th level or lower, but then it takes X number of short rests.
Got it.
At least for now.
Until you get actual yes. Next
That's
level.
Hazel would stand up and hug Orcon for healing her. And then would just go into the room here and be like, Forrest, before you open anything else, come over here.
Yes.
And we're going to make everyone come over.
Okay.
Forrest does not argue.
She's still chewing on like a femur bone. And I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
33 healing back to
33.
Oh, that's a good bit better.
Yeah, that brings Selena back up to full health.
P.S. Hazel has totally put the skull and like pieces of bones of this thing in her bag and is still chewing on a femur bone for the rest of the time they're down here, for the record.
I suggest everyone stand back a little bit. I'm going to see if this key works on that door.
Ah.
I mean, it's a platinum door. I'll try the platinum key.
Okay. So
Perhaps check for traps.
Yes, I'll take a quick look.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a check. Yeah, not trapped.
Looks good to me.
You insert the key, you turn, and you can hear the door unlock.
I cautiously push the door open.
All right, you may open it. In here, you see coins and precious stones are strewn across the vault's floor. A rod piece rests atop a pedestal, draped with a blue silk sash embroidered with golden thread.
Must be the real one.
Does it look suspiciously like the one on the pedestal out there?
It looks exactly like the one on the pedestal out there that you did not disturb.
Very shiny in there. Also the rod piece.
You said the rod piece was wrapped in the sash.
The sash is kind of draped over the pedestal, and the rod piece is sitting on top of it.
Okay.
And you can see there is another door on the back side of the vault there, Forrest.
What kind of coinage do we find?
Well, after taking a moment to kind of look around and collect, there are a total of 479 silver pieces, 342 gold pieces, and 179 platinum pieces in coinage.
Ooh.
You do find three massive fire opals that you all believe to be about 1,000 gold pieces each.
Ooh.
There is also a set of ruby earrings. Look very elegant, probably about 500 gold pieces to a jeweler. And there is a jade game board with platinum playing pieces worth what you believe to be maybe about 7,500 gold pieces.
Oh,
that is certainly a haul.
Forrest, you were writing all of the numbers down, right?
Yeah.
I know you're the numbers guy. I love you. Just because it's gonna bother Hazel, do we see another orb in this room?
There is no orb in this room.
Okay.
It looks like Forrest may have been right. It may have been down that other hallway we didn't check.
I mean, we got to get out of here somehow, so that might be the best way out anyway.
Or the door in front of you may be a way out.
I wouldn't put it past him to have his own back door. It's fair.
Yep.
Take a quick look at it.
Yeah, it looks very similar to the door that you came in. It does have a key, a keyhole, and it's also a platinum door.
Does the platinum key work on this one as well?
It does. You put it in, and it unlocks the door.
Did you check it?
Nope.
Too late.
And it opens, and it reveals a strange cave tunnel.
But like a cave, not carved like the tomb.
Well, it's carved for like 5 to 7 feet out, and then it just turns into like what looks to be like a natural cave, and just disappears about another 15 feet, and then kind of turns out of view.
I think you might be right, Orcon. It turns into more of a natural tunnel in just a few feet here.
So that may be another way out. But that means we don't have the orb and we have to go back in.
I think we take one look down the other hallway, but we're not going back through this entire place.
Tally ho then.
So I guess that's okay with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get them their stuff back when they're going to pay us for it, so...
Yeah, it feels kind of silly to leave just one behind.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way back out of this chamber. Orcon, you turn down this hallway, and you get to another chamber. Now, Orcon, I will tell you this. When you get to this room, you hear what seems to be the sounds of water.
Okay.
But you don't see any water.
Does he say that really quick?
Yeah. Do I say? I hear water. What do I see when I look in, though? Is it just an empty room?
It looks like an empty room, but it's just like a slight, like, transparent overlay of blue.
Given the other rooms we've been through, would it be safe for me to assume I'm seeing the room and there is some sort of mirage or illusion over it?
Based off of your experience so far, you wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Forrest, dear boy, what do you see in this room? It's just an empty room to me.
Forrest, while you're standing in the hallway, you just see an empty room.
From here, it just looks empty.
Okay. Orcon's gonna go in then and start moving through.
Orcon, when you move through, you are just walking in the room, but you almost feel as if you get a little bit lightweight, and you almost seem as if you are submerged in water right now. And you look up, and you can't see the surface. But you can see that the floor of the room is under your feet. With your true sight, you obviously know this is an illusion, but you still have a sense like there is water around you, but you're able to breathe normally.
I look back towards Forrest. Can I still see Forrest?
Yes, you would be able to, because of your true sight.
Okay. Given the sensation of how I'm going to look back at Forrest, try to look like I just have abject horror on my face, and then throw myself backwards. Basically, I'm trying to do a backflip very slowly.
And you do. You do.
Act like just
it's
hit me.
Like, it's like you're in the water.
If he's doing this, I'm gonna rush in to try and help him.
Okay. Forrest, you rush in, and immediately when you rush in, you are submerged in water. You feel like you are in the deepest depths of the ocean. And you can't breathe.
Come along, it's fun!
Can we see all this happening, like the rest of us?
You guys, like, see Forrest go into the room from where you are, and he's just kind of, like, standing there. From what you guys can see.
Do I see another door in here?
Orcon's back floating towards the other exit.
You make an investigation check for me, Forrest, as you're looking around.
22.
You do. You actually, as you're watching, you can kind of like see, you can start to see, pierce the illusion. You still like feel like you're in water, and you're still acting like you're in water. But you take in a breath, and you can breathe normally. And you can see where Orcon's going. And then you start to see out of the corner of your eye, like there's like something lurking and swimming, probably like 50 feet under your feet. It looks like the shadow outline of a massive shark.
Oh, no.
Right, everyone move quickly through the other door.
No. 2 questions. Did Forrest say out loud, it's not real water, or whatever he just said, so that we could hear it? Like, can we hear him say that?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, because otherwise the 3 of us were going to be in trouble, because none of us have true sight or any of these tricks that these 2 have. So,
But we do have air bubble.
and I have water breathing, but I'm not going to waste the spell if we don't need it.
I have air bubble.
I think we're okay.
Chat just gifted a reroll. Player reroll.
Oh,
Thank you, Stumpy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Player reroll.
Hearing Forrest say it's fake water, Hazel will still take a really big breath and then move into the room, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, same thing. It's almost like when you get in here, you're transported and you seem like you're in the middle of the ocean, underwater, probably hundreds of feet.
Right, there's definitely something else in here, so move quickly.
Y'all move.
You guys move through. Kiora, as you're just making your way out of the room, somebody like reaches out, kind of grabs you, pulls you out of the water. When you guys pull out of the water, like you're not wet, like you're not dripping, you're just the same way you were when you walked into the room. As Kiora was moving out, you could see that swimming fish-like creature was getting closer and closer and closer to you when you finally were pulled from the doorway. Didn't get a good look at it because you didn't want to stay and get too close.
Did it feel like astral sea type?
No, it actually felt like more like being in a
Water?
real ocean, like real water, and just being submerged with something lurking.
Megalodon's not a bad assumption.
In this room, you can see that there is a dull, well, first of all, you can hear a dull roar that fills this hexagonal-shaped chamber. There's a bridge consisting of engraved colored limestone tiles that stretches between the two ledges. A pitch-black vortex of energy churns beneath the bridge. I'm going to show you guys what this bridge looks like. I'm also going to say that, Orcon, no one else but you can see there is a doorway right next to you in the
Oh, it's
wall.
supposed to be hidden because I can see it on the map.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hidden. Sorry. Roll 20 didn't hide that one. I'm going to see if I can get this bridge where I can show you guys what it looks like. Not that one.
Is it the Brooklyn? Make them.
I gotta scroll a long ways down. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna show this to you. Show to everyone. This is what it looks like.
Oh.
Oh, I love that, swirling vortex of doom underneath it.
Don't you love it?
The good news is, based on the layout of this place, I'm pretty sure that other side just goes back to the library, so...
But yeah, that's what you guys see in front of you.
Oh, it's probably a good thing that this is here, and Orca's just going to reach over and open the door beside him.
All right, you open up that door. Let me see. You open this door, and there's a hallway that leads in.
Right.
All the pretty colors.
Oh,
Making some turns.
there's a whole little office in here.
Oh yeah, when you walk in there, you see 3 tall glass cylinders that line the back wall of this dimly lit chamber. Each cylinder contains a decaying corpse, half buried in snow-topped red powder. Against the north wall stands a bare wooden desk.
Walk over to the glass tubes.
Yeah.
Want to take a look at what do I think these are? Are these just trophies or
make an Arcana check.
Well,
I mean, you could probably spend a little bit of time and figure out what these are, but you're not really sure, Orcon. Maybe one of your companions might know or be able to tell you.
Forrest, have you ever seen something like this? I saw how excited you were to Play with that, man. I'll walk over by the desk.
Certainly an interesting way to describe smiting a lich down, but okay.
Forrest, if you'd like to make an Arcana check, you can make an Arcana check.
Only Arcana? Can't? Nothing else? Damn.
Yeah, this would be more of an Arcana thing.
3.
Oof. Smiting liches, totally you. Deciphering these tubes,
Better at religious text. Magic.
Okay. Selena would look through the desk carefully, like looking, make sure it's not trapped first, and then looking through it for anything.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Yeah.
Drawer's kind of open. It's nothing. It's nothing in it.
Okay.
I can try.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem unlikely he'd have an empty desk here.
Hugh, you look at it. That one drawer definitely has a secret bottom on it. The only thing that you notice too is that you believe that secret bottom, or that false bottom, most likely has a magical trap on it.
Yeah.
You can see there is a keyhole in the top of this hidden bottom.
Is it an iron lock?
It looks like that key that you got from the key ring might do it.
I'll give it a try if anyone wants to step back in case it still explodes in my face.
Selena and Hazel leave the room.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to try to disarm the trap first, if I can?
I mean, if you think you can. We don't know what kind of trap is it.
Hior told you it was magical. Hior was able to discern there was some sort of rune carved into, like a small rune carved into it.
And then I'll take out my my magic dagger and just take a couple moments and try to damage the rune.
Okay. Yeah, you take a couple of minutes and you kind of scrape at it. You think you've had an effect on it of some sort.
Better than nothing.
That should do it. And back up down here. Sort of duck behind one of the crystal tubes with a body in it.
I'll use the key.
All right, the key opens the lock. When you open up this compartment, hidden within it is a crystal ball made of rose quartz and a stack of notes that appear to be written in common.
I mean,
What do the notes say?
take a quick look through the notes.
Taking a look through the notes, you learn these were written by Sararak himself. And these are notes that he wrote to create simulacra of himself to guard his tombs all around the multiverse.
Oh, wow.
Sararak in this has this. He speaks of the simulacra with disdain, viewing them as tools. And he finds the fact that his simulacra can develop sentience a sadistic joke. So you guys looking over at these tubes, these look like kind of devices and the tools and materials that he needed to use to create simulacra.
Do I get the sensation that these are in progress?
These to you appear to be failures.
Okay.
Good news and bad news. Good news is that wasn't actually the Lich, and it's not going to reform anytime soon. Bad news, it wasn't actually the Lich, and it's still out there.
So what did you pick on if it wasn't a lich?
Copy of himself. Simulacrum of some sort.
Oh, well. Speaking of which, have we decided which items we're giving back to the young lady and which ones we're claiming for ourselves?
Why don't we take a moment to get out of the tomb, and we'll take a look at what these are.
Well, I had a rather deviant plot. As we are exiting back through the room where you beat up an elderly clone,
It was still a copy of a Lich, and killing every adventurer that came through here. I'm not exactly upset about killing it.
Moving on. Boys.
my thought is whichever item we decide we are keeping, I can attempt to dispel whatever magical effect gave you the heebie-jeebies about it, and we can replace what we keep with the fake copy, thus returning the item to the woman, but keeping it for ourselves.
I mean, if you'd like to try.
Well, that sounded like permission to me, shall we?
Oh,
Listen, I'm just going to walk through that door into the tunnel, and whatever happens behind me is up to you.
Are we gonna go back through the watery room where there's a thing swimming trying to kill us?
There's nothing in that
Either
room.
that or-
It's an illusion.
I'm just making sure. Make sure we all agree on the plan.
I mean, it is either that or go figure out what's up with that bridge and then go back through the creepy room.
Good point. Okay, moving on.
Why are you afraid? Orca's just going to start sliding by Selena and Hazel. I'm going for a swim. I'll see you all when you catch up.
Yes, we'll see you in a moment.
And Orcon is just going to go once in the water and just sort of start swimming loops in the room, waiting for everybody to come through.
As I swim past, I was going, you do know there is something in here.
No, there isn't.
Orcon, as you say that, there is a semi-transparent, massive shark that begins to circle around you.
Oh. It is still an illusion.
oh,
Yeah, so is the water, but you can swim in it. It's at least somewhat physical.
Orcon, as you're doing this, you turn around, the shark comes at you with its mouth wide open and tries to swallow you whole, but you just like go right through its like transparent form, and it like swims by, and you're just like sitting there floating.
That's certainly disconcerting.
Yeah,
Moving
it might
on.
not have hurt you, but that can't have been fun.
Have you ever had the sensation of walking through a cobweb and getting it across your face? Imagine that on the whole of your body. Rather quite.
It can't be any worse than the time that ghost went straight through me.
Can you get out of the way so I can get out of the water?
No.
Fine. Hazel moves over and pushes Forrest.
Yeah, you guys have no problem. You guys know the illusion is there, so you have no problem swimming back through to get where you're going. And you move back into the room where all the pedestals are with all those materials upon them.
We already identified the wand, right?
Yeah, it's a War Mage wand.
Plus
A
3.
War Mage wand plus
Yeah.
3.
+3, yeah.
That one we
Yeah,
already
that's-
probably want to keep.
Right, that's the one that Orcon wants to get his hands on.
Yeah, would you like to take a moment and cast your identify spells?
I was going to attempt to dispel whatever magical effect is on it.
Oh, yeah, might as well give it a shot. I do not have that one at the moment.
You gonna use dispel magic on the wand?
On
pedestal? Wand, yeah, got it. Yeah. So you cast your spell, and you're pretty confident that if there was any kind of spell trap or something on it, that you've gotten rid of it.
Reach down and grab the dummy wand.
You got it. It's in your possession. Looks exactly
And I
like
believe
the
I
other
get-
one, so don't put them in the same bag.
Orcon's going to walk over to Selena with the fake one because after identifying it, he gave it back to her. Say, Selena, may I have the one from you? And we'll trade them.
Okay, yeah, so you can keep track of which one. Yeah, I mean, you could cast or you could cast detect magic and figure out which one it was anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
So,
go on.
no, go ahead.
I was just Hazel would probably speak up and say like, we'll motion to the wand as they're making the trade and be like, that's fine. However, she's going to know that these are fakes. These are things that are important to her people, and she's gonna know.
But if she claims that, this is what we took from within. Even if they're fake,
Listen,
you sent
that
us
thought
in
is
for
entirely
items,
up
we
to
came
you.
out with items.
I think we need to figure out if these are worth lying that much about. We've already gotten a lot of stuff from within here, and we were told taking from within here and not giving back is a problem.
Right, but these are things that were taken from other people, so I don't think they count towards that same thing.
Hazel looks at the paladin, who's also saying, I will not watch you guys be devious about this, and just stares at him. Do you want to be in on the ruse or not, sir?
Right, yes, closing my ears. Close the door behind me.
There you go.
I want to know.
Forrest goes into
I
another
don't know
room.
what-
Hazel just stands there and goes, I'm fine doing whatever this is. However, and she looks at Orcon, I trust you. If this is what you want to do, we'll do it. I don't wish to upset an entire people, though. Should give them back something.
Oh, I do not mean to claim all of it. I have the one I was interested in. If one out of the 6 was a fake, they're welcome now that the Lich is dead to come search and see if they can find the original.
So I was just kind of wondering what that scimitar.
What the scimitar do?
Don't think you guys ever identified that one.
No, the only thing we identified was the wand.
Yeah.
I don't have identify, but I do have dispel magic.
I just burnt my last spell slot, so until I get some sort of rest, I'm tapped.
Well, it's the only way we can pick it up too, right?
I wasn't
Okay.
going to risk it.
Yeah, without potentially getting hurt.
Now,
Yes.
the paladin was freaked out, so I dispelled it.
You can
How
still
many-
ritually identify the remaining items.
How many? Well, are these the fakes or are these the real thing?
We don't know. And that's the thing. Like, we knew that one wand that we had was legitimate because
knew the
Orcon
wand was
identified
real.
that. We don't know about the others that we have in Selena's bag versus these copies, or whichever the copies are. So we would
Oh.
realistically need to identify all of these if we wanted to pull off a proper ruse. Or if you're interested in the scimitar,
No, I was just
take that one safely, and then we can maybe identify later.
I was just wondering. I just curiosity. I don't really want to chance it, but if we don't take the curses off these, then we're going to get hurt, or someone else is going to get hurt.
Yeah, and I unfortunately.
I mean, in all fairness, we never really promised we were going to give everything back. There's an agreement that she would pay us for anything that we did find if we returned it to her.
So, but that would be the whole game if we had two sets of each of these and say, you pick one, we don't know either. I mean, there's kind of a chance we'll pick the wrong one, but I just checked. I don't have the spell because I already used up my 2 third levels.
I just don't have it ready, so.
We can always curl up and take a nap here and deal with it in the morning.
Could, and I can do the little domey dome to make us blend in the corner a bit.
We're not spending 8 hours.
Not in here. We're taking a door with us, though, right? Platinum.
Can we trick it?
If you can get it out of the wall.
I could have before I dispelled that when I still had arcane abilities left.
Somewhat interested in the scimitar. Yes, well, I can. It's not a dispel magic, but if it's a curse, I could potentially remove it.
Just to see what it does. I'm kind of curious if you can do it.
I'll cast remove curse on the scimitar.
Okay. As you do, you seem to feel as if you've lifted whatever detriment was upon this.
If I pick it up, do I just pick it up?
You pick it up. It looks exactly like the other one that you have.
I do have 1 remaining first level spell slot. So I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, Detect Magic. Okay.
Is the scimitar in front of me also magic?
It is not. None of those items on those pedestals are magical.
Can I still detect whatever that trap was coming from the ring?
Yeah, you get like a hint of some kind of magical curse that seems to be placed on the remaining things that you haven't dispelled or removed cursed from. You also find that obviously that rod piece that you picked up within the other room is glaring magical, and that that cloth that you picked up from there is also magical.
And everything we picked up that Lisa sent us in to pick up that we pull out of Selena's bag while he has Detect Magic up is magical.
There are 2 items that are not. The Ring of Stars is not magical.
Oh.
The Rose Quartz Crystal Orb is not magical.
The ones that were in Selena's bag.
The Rose Quartz Crystal Orb we picked up is not magical?
It is. Well, no, let me double check. I don't think it is, but let me double check one more time.
I would have assumed it was a drying orb.
Yeah, if we just got that out of the hidden desk.
Oh, it is magical. It is.
And the ring is too, or no?
The ring is not.
Neither of the rings?
Neither of the rings.
That's an heirloom.
Oh, certainly all mundane.
Newsflash, I do have 3 Dispel Magics.
Yeah, I just thought about that too.
So, we can take them off there. We have copies if you'd like. So, you let me know what you would like to do.
We still don't know what the other items even are.
We're just bringing back stuff they asked for.
My other thought too is,
if we do the service of taking the curses off the stuff we can bring back, we're actually doing them a service.
Because either way, they're not going to come in here looking for it and get killed by whatever this trap is. Exactly.
Yep.
Maybe we need to warn them that we ran out of the ability to dispel things and take them off of here and let them do what they will with the items they find. we look like. I mean, we're healed up, but we kind of look like crap either way. They're probably going to believe that we're a little spent on our spells.
This is true.
We've been in here.
I think we could take them if we could take a.
Well, also, they're not going to search
Reckon.
Selena's bag, and if they try to, then I'm going to bite them.
Orcon, have you already used your magical cunning to restore a couple spell slots?
I think I did. Checking those misty stuff. That doesn't help me. Where is it? Use that. Okay, yep, I did use that already.
Okay, that was
Well,
the only
perhaps,
other idea I had.
But I did not use that. So I will spend a minute performing a little ritual with my Rod of the Pact Keeper.
Well, that one's
And
just an
give
action.
myself.
That's 6.
That'll give me one spell slot back.
Okay. Are you expending that
is
spell
it-
slot for something?
I'm not sure why I was asked if I had been able to do it. Oh,
Would you like to?
Are we leaving the duplicates here?
I
Because we
think
can tell them we bring back the wand that we just gave to Selena and say that based on our tapped abilities, we were able to dispel whatever was on this item so that we could pick it up and bring it to them.
and tell them
And
where
if
it is.
this back door is a simple path in and path out,
Give
we can
them
just
the
walk
key.
in the same way we're
I
leaving.
think it'd be easier to just bring it with us, wouldn't it? Just give them all 6 of the fakes. We have enough.
We don't have enough dispels to get rid of it all.
Yeah, if Kior has 3 and Orcon just got 1, that's 4 more items left. That's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's yes, because you have the ring.
Hazel starts counting, getting very
Yeah,
confused.
Taking
Forrest
the wand and
already,
the scimitar.
Forrest already grabbed the ring,
Yeah.
and it
Okay.
triggered something.
Scimitar.
And then the scimitar was remove curse, and then the wand was dispelled. So there's only 3 things that
Okay.
would need to be. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
already
then-
triggered. You already triggered the ring.
Oh, so if I pick it up, I can just pick it up?
Well, yeah, you
take the
said
hit,
that you
yeah.
and you grabbed the ring, and then that's whenever it like sent that
Oh,
thing that
so
you
I
were able to
actually
withstand.
grabbed it that time. Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
I see.
I
was thinking
thought
that
that's what
happened
you
before I
said.
grabbed it.
No, when you touched it, that's when it happened.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, we got enough.
All right. Just make
So
it, math was not
spend,
math.
spend the 3.
Okay, you're gonna go to dispel magic on the other 3, and you've
Yep.
removed the magical curse from it.
Kior, are you taking care of all 3? Okay. And I will save my spell slot in case they attack us, so I can blind them all.
Yeah, Hazel's totally still hoarding all her spell slots in case something bad happens.
Basically nothing. Most of them are commoners, so I have a thing that would
Hazel just flicks
really mess them
Forrest.
up, but I'd rather not.
Hazel just flicks Forrest's armor.
Yes.
You have something that they don't. Fling, fling, click, click. Just hit metal. She's just making fun of you for having giant metal around you.
Yes,
So
the
you guys
metal is
have,
what gets in the way of the enemy.
Out the
have you
door.
guys gathered all these materials then? These copies, okay? And you guys head
So-
back.
Wait, yeah.
Where
Pause.
we have to decide where are we separating them so we don't get them confused. Who has the magic? Who has the plane?
I think all of the magics should go in Selena's bag because they're not allowed to search her bag. We could each carry out a couple items.
Seems easy enough.
Fair.
So we
Makes
carry
sense.
the fakes out in our hands or in our own personal bags, but all of our true versions go in Selena's bag for now. Unless Orcon, you're holding onto that wand.
Orcon's already got the wand hidden somewhere.
Whoa.
That's fine.
When you guys
Prison rules.
talking So you guys following this cave find that the cave ends up opening, and you guys, when you get to the opening where this cave led in, it's very overgrown in this place. Like you can see why this is a quite hidden entryway to this tomb. You're pushing away thick foliage as you move out, and you wind up, as you push through some thick bushes, you wind up on the beach. And as you're looking around, you all seem to determine that you think you're about 1 mile south of where the archaeologists make camp. So it's up to you what you guys want to do here. You can go immediately back to the camp. You could decide otherwise. What would you like to do?
Might as well head
Full
back.
rest? Then we don't have to worry about anything.
You mean if they get mad at us?
Kraken did attack the beach.
They get mad at us for what? Camping out after we just got
No.
Oh.
If they get mad at us when we hand them non-magical items and they suspect what we're doing. I'm agreeing with you. If we rest, then
If we rest, you can work on us a little bit longer as far as an ethic. Yes.
I can set up the little bubble so that we can rest a little bit more hidden.
Maybe inside the cave opening, so we're not out in the open on the beach yet.
Yeah.
Why, you afraid of another kraken?
I mean, it did happen the minute we got here, so...
Right. That was
In all
his
fairness,
fault. That's why.
No, we interrupted dinner, and then we proceeded to murder him for it.
Saved them, got their stuff back. Yep.
You guys would know the cave that you guys came through wasn't big enough for you guys to make camp in. But you did have to pass through a little bit of dense foliage and forest there. You could go back into the forest a little bit and set up a camp. There's not like a huge area, but probably big enough that you guys it'd be more comfortable than trying to cram into that 5-foot wide cave that you guys came out of.
Let's do that. I can set up the hearth
The
of
hut, and we
moonlight
can take some
shadow,
watches.
and give us, a stealth bonus.
We
to
can
hide.
let the dice figure out whether we give them the stuff or not.
Kior reaches into his pocket and pulls out some dice.
I do have dice.
The rest of you are free to do whatever you like with the other 5 items.
Oh,
We still don't know what they do.
Exactly. So let's take a
Unless
rest.
Orcon wants to cast Identify on some of them.
No, if we're taking a rest, I can spend some time and ritually cast Identify on all the items.
Okay.
Let's rest for a bit.
So would you say you're creating some? You got some kind of protective
The hearth of moonlight and shadow. The
Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. Mm-hmm.
it's just a +5 to stealth and perception checks while we're in it, and light from the flame within it can't be seen, so we could have like a little fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Be
perfect.
safe in there. It's a 30-foot sphere, so it's like just a big bubble around us, and it kind of seems to like blend in a little bit into the.
It says just the light from the fire, so just like 30 feet up, does just smoke just start appearing?
That would be a
out of nowhere.
I guess.
I said we could have a fire. I didn't say we did have a fire. Let's be very clear.
Orcon will spend time with using cantrips to just every time you start to see smoke coming up, just gust and push that smoke into the cave.
Gust,
Hazel takes out her wind fan.
I will say, we're in a rather temperate area. How much do we need a campfire?
It is very
I was just
hot.
saying it was an option with my spell.
so once we get into that, I want to approach Hazel in a very delicate way because I could see that she's got that
Femur bone still sticking out of her mouth.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, you're good. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna ask you a question. How about this? We really don't know those people, and why they're looking for something that might be evil, I'm not even 100% sure. They could be using it for bad, they could be using it for good, we don't know. So once we get back, why don't we talk to them a little bit just to find out? We did find items, but we would like to know exactly what you're using them for, so I can at least see if they're telling. And if anyone has Cone of Truth or something like that, that would be an awesome spell to have for them.
I mean, I could technically re-prepare it for tomorrow if we're spending the night here.
I agree, Kiora, that we don't know them. You're right. But the only one that concerns me was the one that was the fan, it seemed like, of the thing.
Yep.
And to that end, if they don't do their due diligence in checking the items that we hand them, or if we tell them this is all we found and we hand them the fakes, a deal's a deal. They offered us money for an item. They didn't tell us they were all magical. We brought them an item.
I don't think they said anything about them being magic.
Exactly. They said
They
this is
said
the
they were
description.
important to them.
So this is the description that's important to them. I have been suspicious of the one that was a fan of the creepy guy. So I didn't really want to give them certain things, especially not a wand, even without knowing what the wand did.
A couple of them gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Well then, Kior, I trust you more than I trust people that won't go into a cave for the treasures that they want. So let's just...
Aww.
If you want to give them the fakes and move on...
I just want to make sure they're not going to do evil with them. That's my main objective. I don't think that... For Kior, he would look at it from the point of view of, if we are helping along evil, he doesn't want to be a part of it, and he will do everything he can not to. It is up to Orkin to deal with what he has or what he's going to do. But as far as the rest of it is concerned, that's the only option I think that we have at this point. So
I will say that the one that was studying liches and such isn't the one looking for the items at all. That's a hired hand they brought along because of her knowledge on the tomb.
Doesn't mean she can't try to steal something in the dead of night.
Doesn't mean she
steals
doesn't
it
turn
after
into a
we're
witch.
gone. That's not really something we did.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. I also think if we just don't want to bring up or risk anything, especially in an area where we're leaving, let's just hand them the fakes and go home. I don't like this place. Don't like any place except for the house I was trying to find pillows for.
Well, maybe when this is all over, Lady Illustrial, I think it was, we'll let you have some of those rather nice pillows we've been sleeping on back in Sigil.
I'm just gonna ask her where she bought them. I think we have enough.
She can at least point you in the right direction.
Yeah, I think we have enough money. I'm fine just taking the things that we found with us, that we spent our own blood on, and going. I would like to know that maybe they're not terrible people, and I don't really love the idea of disparaging an entire group of people by taking potential relics of their culture. But we could also just give them to the wizards and let the wizards do what they will with them. If they're not things we can use.
So what does the sword do?
Yeah, while we've all been talking.
Orcons are nowhere in the corner, just concentrating, casting spells, and identify everything except for the wand.
Okay, you got it. So the scimitar. Now, this is giving me legacy rules when I open this, and every time I search it, I'm going to have to probably look through the actual manual. But this is called a scimitar of sharpness.
Ooh.
It's a very rare weapon that requires attunement. So when you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20, a critical on the attack roll, the target not only takes the critical damage, but an additional 14 slashing damage on top of it. Then you get to roll another d20 when this happens. If you roll another nat 20, Immediately afterwards, you lop off one of the target's limbs, and the effect is of such loss is determined by the game master.
I think the new version just gives the target a level of exhaustion.
It might, and it might not be as cool. And if it's not as cool, we will defer to this one.
Yeah.
Because this is
Whichever
badass.
version you would prefer.
I mean, it's very rare that you'll roll two 20s in a row, but if it does happen, that's really sick. If the creature,
I did find it in the book.
If the creature has no limb to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead. In addition, you can speak the word to cause the blade to shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim for an additional 10 feet. And speaking the command word again or sheathing the sword puts out the light. And this weapon can also be used with the nick property for weapon mastery.
Damn.
Which Selena does have.
Yeah.
And
That's
nick,
huge.
Yeah, basically a free attack with that on your offhand weapon. Yeah.
Just saying, I saw it when I was looking through maneuvers earlier. So I was like, what is that?
So the version from the your version is better than the new one. New one is just if you roll another d20, you get an extra 14 damage and 1 exhaustion.
Yeah, exhaustion's pretty powerful.
Yeah, mid-fight, but...
I mean,
Using it all might be worse.
This to me is like two d20, 2 natural 20s in a row is extremely rare anyway. So that to me, this isn't like I can get why some people would think this is overpowered, but to me, it's not game breaking.
No, the odds of it happening are very slim.
Very slim.
And if it happens, me personally, I think it'd be cooler than, oh yeah, you do an extra 14 damage. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think if you roll 2 nat 20s, you deserve to remove someone's arm.
Yeah. And if they're alive in 6 more rounds, which they won't be.
And I hate to get break immersion here, but I think what they were doing was they were trying to put more of a rules mechanic on it, and because this is more based off determined by your game master, but they don't give you they don't tell you exactly what, so it's a vague ruling, and I think they were trying to get rid of the vague rulings and trying to put more of okay, exhaustion. That's a rule in the game. We'll just plug that in, and that will work. So.
We also had
what else did you guys have?
Engraved copper plates.
Oh yes, those. That is considered a manual of bodily health.
Whoa.
If you read it, permanently increases your constitution score.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. And mine says up to a maximum of 30.
Oh, yeah.
But when you read it, the manual then loses its magic and regains it in a century.
Is it a century? It's no longer a roll?
It just says a century.
Yeah, it's a century now.
And you have to spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines.
That is the harder part for us.
No, we would take a reading break. Let's be very clear. A reading break will be happening.
And we could just hand wave it, say it took Mordecai that long to set up the next rod piece.
The crystal ball was indeed a crystal ball. It requires attunement.
Item, right?
The magic item crystal ball. It allows you to cast scrying spell with it. It's just the standard crystal ball.
And then we had a blue scarf, I think it was.
Yeah, the blue sash.
Yes, the blue sash.
Ceremonious scarf.
The blue sash, it's just a sash, but it functions as a robe of stars.
Ooh.
Which is a very rare wondrous item, requires attunement. Mine's giving me the legacy rules for it, so I'm not really sure if I'm reading it correctly according to the new rules.
Here it is. Oh, let me,
That one might not be that different, honestly.
It might not.
Here's a robe of stars. Black or dark blue robe and embroidered with white or silver stars, +1 to saving throws. 6 stars in the front. While wearing robe, you can take an action to remove a star, and level 5 magic missile. Daily at dusk, 1d6 stars come back.
I will say
You can
go into the astral plane.
because this is flared not as a robe, as a sash, you could still have another robe and wear this kind of like is just tied around your neck or tied like a belt because it's just a sash.
That's quite good.
Dude, you could be Fred and you could do his little neckerchief.
Yeah, there you go.
Ascot. Make it an ascot.
Ascot, thank you. I lost the word.
Yeah, the ascot. Yeah, you could use it as an ascot. Yeah.
I think that was everything we
The
needed to
ascot of
identify.
stars.
The ring.
No, the ring's non-magical.
Michael, the rings are not the ring's not magical. At
The
both
rings were not
versions.
magical. Both versions were not magical. You just have a feeling like they were just heirlooms. They just mean something to them.
That one we can give back.
How you got
Real one.
Oh, half ethical, half moral. Okay, that
Hazel's a fake reader. She doesn't know what's going on.
Hazel is Faye.
Well, we're going through loot.
Here's what I want you guys to do. While we were taking this long rest, was there any other items that needed identified before we
Not
move on?
identified, but there was that gold choker I pulled off a skeleton. I don't think you gave us a gold value for that one.
Oh yeah. Let me find that.
If you did, I didn't write it down at the time, and that's on me.
Yeah, actually, the magic aura was removed whenever it did the massive necrotic damage against you. So it's no longer magical, but it's worth 1,200 gold pieces, you believe.
That is still pretty good.
Was it worth the damage?
I didn't die, so
That's
yes.
right. Worth the emotional damage.
All I can hear is, but did you die?
So here's what we'll do. I'll give you guys a week to sleep on this. To decide truthfully, because it seems like all of you are kind of talking back and forth about what you might actually like to do. So we're gonna end tonight's episode right here of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, and we will see what happens next week when we return to continue our adventure. Thank you guys for such an entertaining game tonight. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in too. We had a lot of people jumping in and hanging out and giving some rewards tonight, so we do appreciate that. Don't forget, this Saturday is going to be huge. Got a lot of games going on. We got our fundraiser kicking off to fight Alzheimer's, the longest day. If you can, please join us at some point, and if you have a couple dollars to spare, don't forget you can click on donate. If you type in !longest day in our Twitch chat, you'll get a quick link to our fundraising portal. There you can click donate, and it's super easy. All you got to do is type in your information, click the donate button, and you've helped us to in the fight against Alzheimer's, and we would love your support on that. Don't forget, join us on Friday. We'll be hanging out again for some Phandelver in Below. Tons of fun there too. Anything else that I need to shout out before we call it a night, everybody? Well, we'll see what happens next time. Come on back next Monday. See what this crazy crew gets into. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Catch you next episode. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus.